And it's great to be back again. And thank you for joining me once again. We've come basically to the end of the book, and the little excerpts that I've been reading out, I'm hoping that you've enjoyed them all. So the photos that I have today, there's myself and Ange, with Michelle at the back, and Carmen. Here's Carmen and Jasmine, and here's Katrina and Carmen, and this was Katrina's dog that she had when she was in Sydney. And Carmen was over in Sydney visiting Katrina when that photo was taken. And in closing out the readings, because I've got a very special treat on Christmas Day, which is an actual video of Carmen speaking. But today, I will just read some comments made on Carmen's Facebook page by a student, a teacher, and a parent. This student said, "Just want to say a huge thank you. I'm a teen who's been on the verge of suicide for a while now, and your presentation, although not the same, made me think a lot. Realising that I am important and how many people would be affected and how devastated they would be. I know it is road safety, not suicide, but you have changed my outlook on life, and I won't have those dark thoughts ever again. Thank you." And Carmen does that through me when I speak at schools. Teacher: "Wow, that is amazing. I have just sent your email to the staff, who are also excited. Had a great talk with the driver's ed students today and was amazed by what they took away from your presentation. The details and the message they received and remembered were impressive. Please know that Carmen's message has and will continue to touch our school. Both teachers and students are grateful that you take the time to talk so passionately and honestly about subjects most would shy away from." A parent: "My daughter attended your presentation. My eyes welled with tears as we drove home from school today, with my daughter at the wheel as a learner driver, relaying your heartbreaking story to me. She and I were both impacted by your compelling message. We can raise our children to become good citizens, but I feel that we lose control of the ability to protect them once they start driving. It's comforting to know that people like yourself are making a difference to the way our kids behave when they get behind the wheel. Thank you from the bottom of my heart." And I love this one. Very short and straight to the point. From a student: "Thank you for sharing your road safety story with us. If I ever have a daughter, I will name her Carmen. She seemed amazing." The other thing that I present to all students and at corporate events, everyone gets a copy of this bookmark. And this is in the back of the book as well. It's repeated in the back of the book. On the front, it has a photo of Carmen. It has fatigue, fatigue, fatigue all the way down. But on the back is the piece of gold that is the last page in the book. When I had my car crash, Carmen was just 15 years old. And these are the words that Carmen wrote on my Get Well card when I was in intensive care in hospital. And she said, "Dad, I love you. I love you more than anything. The feeling of darkness, the feeling of loneliness, the feeling of not having a father nearly broke my heart. The feeling of not seeing you was like a bomb going off inside of me. The thought, the pain that went through us all was like a nothing that swept our hearts, a nothing that dug deeper and deeper every minute, every second of the day. But then to hear your voice and to see your face, it gave me that love that every one of us thought we had lost. I love you, Dad. I love you more than anything. Love, Carmen." And just 2.5 years after she gave me this Get Well card, we lost our beautiful Carmen forever. And I urge everyone who have children, who have grandchildren, who have a family, who use the roads. At $19.99, this may be the best purchase you can ever make. It may save yours or a member of your family's life. Thank you for sharing our journey, and on Christmas Day, you will see a video of Carmen.